Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Welcome everyone to Vani Amritvani program. His Grace Ram Kripadas Prabhuji will be reading the Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Welcome everyone to Vani Amritvani program. His Grace Rupavilas Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripadas Prabhuji will be reading the Nam Amrit, followed by Prabhupada quote, followed by Prabhupada Leela Amrit. His Grace Satya Haridas Prabhuji will be reading the shlokas. Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam. Welcome everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna Prabhuji.
yes, please start with
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavad Pranam. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Asray Vaishnava Swami Maharaj ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrand ki jai. His Grace Shiksha Guru Rupavilas Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna. Namamrita. Even imperfectly uttered, the holy name frees one from sin. Haridas Thakur to Lord Chaitanya. Namacharya Haridas Thakur continued, if one offenselessly utters the holy name, even imperfectly, one can be freed from all results of sinful life. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Ante Leela 3.61. Srila Prabhupada quote, 14th November. Chant Hare Krishna as many times as possible and be liberated. Thank you very much. Vrindavana, November 14, 1976. Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. Srila Prabhupada, one American gentleman was present at that time. He remarked, people are starving in this way. In our country, there would have been revolution. Yes, but the people of India are so trained that in spite of artificial famine, they did not commit theft, stealing others' property. People were dying. Still they thought, all right, God has given. That was the basic principle of Vedic civilization. Abhay knew that under the laws of nature, there was no scarcity. By the God's arrangement, the earth could produce enough food. The trouble was man's greed. There is no scarcity in the world. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati had said, the only scarcity is of Krishna consciousness. And this was how Abhay saw the 1943 famine. Now more than ever, this spiritual vision was relevant. Krishna consciousness was the prime necessity. How else could man be checked from his evil propensities to become greedy, hoard, make war, and thus create misery for millions? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Danda Pranam. Bhagavad Gita 14.21. Arjun Vach. Kalilinge Stri Gunan Nitan Natito Bhavati Prabho Kimacharya Katham Chaitan Stri Gunan Ativartate. Translation. Arjun inquired, O my dear Lord, by which symptoms in one known who is transcendental to their three modes? What is his behavior and how does they transcend the mode of nature? Srimad Bhagavatam 4.13.26. Tamor chor vichastra tatra yam jan yajman varthe stujay havisi huye manani naite grahanti devata. Translation. The priests engaged in the sacrifice, then informed King Anga, O king, we are properly offering the clarified butter in the sacrifice, but despite of all our efforts, the demigods do not accept it. Next. चैतन्य चरितमृत मध्य लीला 5.37 एकादीना निज लोका एकरात्र करीता करीला ता सबरा स आगे सब वृत्तिनान काहिला. Translation. Thus, one day, the elderly Brahman called for a meeting of all his relatives and friends, and before them all he narrated what had taken place in front of Gopala. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. श्री श्री राधा रस बिहारी भगवान की जय, ललिता सखी विशाखा माता की जय, गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की जय, सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय, गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की जय, शील प्रभुपाद की जय, मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग प्रोग्राम की जय, संवेद भक्त वृंद की जय. Yesterday also I had discussed the same thing, that there is a difference between imperfect chanting and offensive chanting. And the same statement is repeated over here. If it is imperfect chanting, not a problem, but it should not be offensive. The 10 offenses which are given in by Shivji in Padma Puran, that should be avoided while chanting the holy name of the Lord. The rest is taken care by the Lord and the Lord's name. So the focus should be that constantly we should try to increase the quantity. Quality will come in the due course of time. One should not try to bring the quality first. He should try to increase the quantity, and quality will automatically come, and try to see that he is offenseless. It is offenselessly. Srila Prabhupada quote, chant Hare Krishna as many times as possible and be liberated. Thank you very much. So everywhere Srila Prabhupada gave the same message which all the acharyas gave, that the main goal of the human life is to get liberated from the birth, death, old age, disease, adi daivik, adi bhautik, adhyatmik tapa. If we fail in this mission, if we fail in going back, then that is the biggest disaster in our life. Biggest disaster. Loss of money is not the biggest disaster. Loss of relatives is not the biggest disaster. Loss of, health is not the biggest disaster. The biggest disaster in our life is to go back in the womb of mother again, 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 again. And that's why chant Hare Krishna as many times and get liberated. That is what Srila Prabhupada is saying. Srila Prabhupada is trying to, in the Leela Amrit, two very important statements here Prabhupada is making. Very two important, powerful statement. That greed, one is about the greed. Lord and nature provides equally to everybody. But it is the greed of certain people that they take away from others. Another thing, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj said that there is no scarcity of anything in the life. The only scarcity is of bhakti in people. If Krishna consciousness is given to them, rest everything will be taken care. One another point here, Srila Prabhupada is making about the Vedic civilization and other civilization. If it had happened, this thing had happened in the other civilization, immediately there would have been a revolution. But we have a Vedic civilization where we depend more on Lord. And these people were suffering. But they considered as a, that Lord has arranged this. And that's why there was no revolution. So in Vedic civilization, satisfaction and dependence on the Lord is the main goal. Huh? And that is what Srila Prabhupada is speaking, that our country never attacked any other country. But all others came and attacked our country. One very important thing. Because in our culture, we say that Vasudev Kutumba, everybody is belonging to Lord in our culture. And that's why others' rights should not be taken. But that is not about the other civilization. It's basically about the Tamasi civilization or Rajasi civilization. That is what Srila Prabhupada is speaking. As far as Bhagavad Gita shlok is concerned, sorry, wait a minute. I'm having coughing from last many days after coming. The dust has settled a lot inside. Braja dust. So here the question is asked about um, the how he behaves, a person in a bhakti who is transcendental, how he talks, what are his lakshan, and who has crossed the three modes of nature. What is his action? That is the question that is Arjuna is asking in the Bhagavad Gita. As far as Bhagavatam shlok is concerned, it is said that both the Yajman and the priest should be pure. Then the results come. When you are doing any yajna, they should be both, pure enough. But in Sankirtan movement, when you do the yajna, even if you are pure, impure, you will get the result. So in Shastra, we understand that if you do the yajna, if the Prohit and the Karta, means that the Yajman, if they are not pure, then the desired result for the yajna will not come. That is one of the reasons, the Devatas were not coming to take. But if you are chanting the holy name of the Lord, what to speak about Devata? Lord himself will come and dance with you in the Sankirtan. As far as CC is concerned, the uh, one day the Brahmana called the meeting of all the relatives and friends, and before them, he narrated that what he had taken place in the front of Gopal. So that anxiety that was there in his heart, he revealed to everybody. But we'll see tomorrow. The son got frustrated, furious, and बोला चुप हो जाओ, ये सब नहीं होने वाला है, बैठ जाओ एक बाजू तुम शांति से. सो जो पहले ये आजकल जो होता है ना, जो कमाने वाला रहता है और काम करने वाला रहता है उसका चलता है. सो दिट इज गोइंग ऑन फ्रॉम ट्रेडिशन लास्ट टाइम. घर में जो कमाने वाला रहता है और पैसा देने वाला रहता है उसका ही चलता है. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम